morning.
This is the day.
Good morning.
We're glad that you're here. We hope it's lit.
Good morning.
Glad that you're here.
Hey.
This is
Dan.
the day.
Good morning.
Gonna have some fun up in here
Good morning.
all day.
That was awesome. Good morning.
I want to do it over.
You want to do it?
Seriously.
Doink.
Start it over.
Start over.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was it?
This is the day. I messed up the thing.
You have a hair right here.
Yeah, and I had a hair right here. Seriously, let's start it over. Okay. Run it back. Sorry, we'll need to restart the countdown clock too. It'll bother me the whole time. So instead of being irritated, or not irritated, but trying to do math. Thank you. Okay, now we're ready. Only time we'll ever do it. I'm ready.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
This is the day. We're glad that you're here.
Good morning.
It's gonna get lit up in here.
Good morning.
This is the day. Hey,
Morning.
this is the day.
Good morning.
Hey, this is the day. Hey,
morning.
gonna get lit up in here. This is the day. Hey, lit up in here. Say, huh.
That was great.
Welcome
Welcome and good morning.
to This Is the Day Friday edition. All right, man, we are gonna have some fun.
We
Up in
are.
here.
Up in here. This is the day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dan King.
Bo Chansey.
Man, you dropped some mad beats over there.
We did a great job. I don't know
Wow,
where
I
that
was
came from.
feeling
That
that.
was
And
great.
I was like,
Like, bring it.
like he brought like this whole new thing out of me. Yeah.
I think I'm just going to address the rest of the day like this.
Like maybe like
What's
seriously.
up now? How you doing?
Yeah.
Share the show.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe, like, I don't know, like this whole like worship pastor, you know, creative arts pastor, preacher thing, that's not been working for us. Maybe we go on the road with a duo.
We go on the road with the duo. I mean, that may just be, that just may be it.
I don't
May have been
know.
it the whole time.
I am a little concerned maybe we're one-hit wonders.
I may, but you may.
All right. Hey, Friday edition of This Is the Day, June 19th, 2020. Thank you for joining us today.
June 19th.
Yeah, it's going to be encouraging. It's going to be fun. We're going to laugh. We're going to have a great time.
We are.
Oh, man, I can't wait to spend an hour with each of you and with you.
With you too, and with you guys, absolutely. What a pleasure.
Yeah.
We get to share this time together.
For sure. You know what else is good to share?
The show.
The
like
show.
We can include other people.
I think that's a great thing to do.
I think we should rally more people. You know what? Because they're going to be encouraged, enlightened, and they're going to have a little bit of fun.
Let's share the show.
Share the show.
Share the show. Sharing the show is a great thing to do. And we have a growing number of show sharers.
We do.
We have some that are just like, they identify that way. They're like, I am a show sharer.
Yeah.
That is who I am. And it's simple. It's a click and a share.
It's a click and a share.
It's a click and a share. It's that simple. Click and a share.
Yeah, I mean, I actually had a conversation not too long ago where someone said, you know, I missed the show, but even if I miss the show, I still share it. Because I know whoever I'm going to share it with is going to have,
Yeah. And you don't have
a
to.
good experience with it, yeah.
Some people don't know yet that you don't have to catch it live.
You don't have to catch it live.
You can watch it anytime during the day. You can watch it tomorrow. You can watch last week's show. I mean, there's all kinds of options there. So we're on YouTube and Facebook. And so whether you're watching with us live or later on demand, we want you to share the show. Click and share it. And here's the deal. Click and share, you might get a mug.
This is serious.
Big time stuff right here. Click and share, might get a mug.
I really do like this mug. Like when it comes to like diner coffee mug, I want to see this.
Dan, I wasn't messing around. Like this right here.
A lot's going into it.
Yeah, there was a lot of thought into this. I wasn't messing, I really did. I'm not even pretending right now. I put a lot of thought into the design of this coffee mug.
I'm glad you did. Hey,
Because if we're gonna,
salute
to you.
To you.
If we're gonna award mugs for sharing the show, I want them to be the best mugs imaginable. Limited quantities, only way to get one of these is to share the show.
Guys, share it.
Click and share might get a mug. So once a day, what we do
Turbo button, share.
Yeah, end of the day. Oh yeah, share multiple times. Share it on multiple platforms. Jump over to YouTube if you're on Facebook right now, share it from there and vice versa. Let's go.
So quick, so easy.
So, share the show, you might get a mug. We do have some winners. This
We do.
This is pretty cool. So yesterday's winner of the mug is, you ready for this?
I am.
Alicia Sell.
Alicia Sell!
You, Alicia Sell,
Congratulations!
shared the show, and now you're gonna get a mug.
That's awesome, Alicia. I know Alicia, she's gonna be excited about this. What a,
We're gonna send you a
She's
mug in the mail. I know you'll be waiting there right by the mailbox. When's my mug coming? Your life is going to change.
where's my mug?
It is amazing what this mug has done for people's lives. And so
Yeah.
when you get your mug in the mail, we want a picture of your mug with your mug. And we have a previous winner's photo of how their life has been totally transformed.
Transformed. Here's a
With their
picture
mug.
of their story.
Pat Murdoch has this. He says he's drinking some tea in my This Is the Day mug while watching This Is the Day. That's like, what?
That's a double win.
What? Like mind blown. Like I'm drinking from the mug while watching.
While watching the show, you get to experience the show in a whole new world. You were like, I get you, This Is the Day.
I mean,
I'm
hey,
with you, This
yeah,
Is the Day.
before Patrick was like, I love This Is the Day. Like, it's enjoyable, it's really encouraging, it's really good. That's why I'm gonna share it, because I think it has value. But now he really gets it. Now he really understands it,
He's got a story to share,
because he has the perfect mug.
and his life's been changed.
Clicking to share might get a mug. All right, Friday edition.
Friday edition,
Means the weekend's coming up.
weekend's coming up. You
Yes,
got
sir.
you got any plans? You got any ideas? Anything just like
Well,
festering?
DK, you know what? People may not be aware of this, but Sunday is Father's Day.
Yeah, it is.
And so I've got these three people in my house that call me dad. So I'm expecting big things. I mean, it's my day.
You're expecting big things. You're expecting things in general of your teenagers.
Yeah, yeah. I got three teenagers who live in my house. They call me dad. It's Father's Day, so they better bring the noise.
Now, are you expecting one gift with the collective? Thoughts and ideas of all,
I think
or are you
each
going
child
separate?
should give me one gift for the number of years that they've been alive.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Well, if I can speak it into existence, then to my two teenagers, I'm expecting two. I'm cool with the collective gift and you sharing on it. That's great. But just, you know what? Step up the game.
37 gifts for me.
37 gifts.
No, just that look in their eyes when they look at me and admire me so much and
Yeah.
laugh at all my jokes.
No, it's more
That's
like
enough.
it's more
I
like
need
it's
enough.
your turn to Venmo me $50 for a sweatshirt. Just joking.
It's gotten too easy.
It's too
It's
easy.
gotten too
Can I borrow 20
easy.
bucks? Venmo.
And the thing is, they won't stop texting till you send it to them.
Yes. When are you gonna do it? Have you done it?
I'm gonna send it right now if you'll leave me alone.
I don't know. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to hang out with your mom right now. Whatever you need, leave me alone.
It's definitely secondary. But
Yeah, Father's Day weekend. So no, I don't have any big plans. We have services. Last night's service was just so great. You and the team. I love our online worship experience, and
yes.
and I feel like it keeps becoming more and more engaging, and I'm enjoying that so much. So I am looking forward to people getting to worship with us on Sunday, 8, 9:30,
Yes.
11, and 12:30. Really looking forward to that. And our message series in the book of James called
Oh.
TikTok.
I've never looked at the book of James like this. I think that there are some very obvious ways sometimes in reading the book of James to take it, how to face circumstances of life and so on and so forth. But the way that, the way that it's coming to life in this series is in a whole new way. And man, I hope you guys will be there. Let's worship together. It's always an incredible time.
God is on the move.
He is on the move.
He is on the move, and it's clear, and He is with us, and He's for us, and for His kingdom, and to release His church. Oh, it's such an amazing time to be alive and be a part of the church. I know it's not like what anybody would have wanted or what anybody would have expected, or we wouldn't have planned for it or said, "Hey, God, do it this way." But man, He is moving, and He's in it, and He keeps captivating and grabbing my attention and putting my eyes on Him, and He's like, "Okay, fix your eyes on me," and then you'll start to get a glimpse of what He's doing.
Yep.
Oh.
There are two words that come out to me. I'm actually in a songwriting project right now with someone, and the two words that we've kind of coined for this time, right along with what you're saying, is be confident in Him and what He's doing, and be ready. He's going to roll up His sleeves, and His kingdom is going to advance through you. So, that to me is, man,
Yes, sir.
what a burst of inspiration, even just already this Friday.
Be
Love it.
confident in Him. Not be confident in
Anything in this world.
anything in this world, including me.
Yeah.
Be confident in Him, and then if you're confident in Him, then be what?
You have so much to be excited about, right? And so roll up your sleeves, get ready. That's what God's doing, and He wants to use you.
Be ready.
Yeah.
Be ready. Love that. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to Father's Day, and I feel very fortunate. My dad, such an amazing earthly father. Of course, incredible heavenly Father, worthy of praise for sure. But then my earthly dad, he's just such a blessing and encouragement to me. And so I look forward to our phone call that will probably last 4 minutes and 52 seconds.
Yeah,
My dad's awesome.
My dad's like, here's your mom after 5 minutes. But in that 5 minutes, we will, for sure, when I get on the phone with my dad, we end up talking about the gospel, no doubt about it. I love that. Good. And then we share life together. My dad, I have the same thing with my dad. Just a man of faith, trust the Lord. Just so many great examples of that. I look forward to chatting with you on Sunday, Dad.
Yeah. It's always cool. I mean, we might talk. It's not that it's great. Neither one of us are big phone people, but I do love hearing his voice, and he's always got something. Always lifts me up, something super encouraging to say. It reminds me that's what I want to be for my kids, and I'm not always all that great at it, but at least I have a really good example to draw from.
Yeah.
Yeah. So looking forward to Father's Day.
I'm gonna go call my dad right now.
Do it early?
I'm gonna do it right now.
Do it twice, yeah.
Let's get Bobby Joe on the phone.
All right,
That's
Dan.
a great weekend.
You got
man.
any other weekend plans?
I got, you know what we're gonna probably do this weekend is continue working on our deck. Michelle, the Misty Mountain Mystic, everything's just mysterious. We don't know what project we're doing next, but we just enjoy doing it, and we're doing it together. And I love how she leads me in that because she's such a great worker in that regard. But yeah, so we're gonna continue to work on the deck, maybe paint something, stain something, break something. I don't know if you. Is that a type of work that you enjoy, like home projects like that? Or,
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm terrible at that stuff. So since I'm not very good at it, it is not a work I would usually
forward,
enjoy. Yeah, there are times of joy in work that I'm not very good at.
Right. That I've experienced, but I'm like you. I'm not looking for that type of work. It's actually in that type of work I have kind of like a short fuse.
Sure.
I get frustrated easy. I'm like, why am I frustrated? She's like, I don't know. Go grab a cup of iced tea and come back and let's do this again. I'm like, I don't want to be that way. I think it's just when things don't work logically the way that it's supposed to. Ooh. And that's in every project I understand, so.
Yeah, my thing is that there is usually a logic in things, and I don't know what it is. I'm not wired that way. It's not there for me, so it's much harder for me.
But I choose to believe in those joyful moments of the work, and I think that's what we got in store for this weekend, so we'll see.
Oh, good. You guys will enjoy it.
Looking forward to it.
All right, well, Dan, it is Friday, and on Fridays, 4 days a week, we use the YouVersion Bible app.
Right.
It's a great way to read the scriptures. But on Fridays, we go with a proverb of the day.
Ah, words
And
of
so,
wisdom.
yeah, so 31 proverbs, so a proverb for chapter in Proverbs for every day of the month. And so this is the 19th, June 19th. So we're in Proverbs 19. So
Okay.
one proverb from Proverbs 19, Proverbs 19, verse 3, says, a person's own folly leads to their ruin, yet their heart rages against the Lord. All right, I'm going to read it again because it's a really great sentence to chew on and wrestle with. A person's own folly leads to their ruin, yet their heart rages against the Lord. Okay, so here is like a common human experience. It's my own folly, my own foolishness,
yeah.
right? So folly, foolishness. Our foolishness then expressed in foolish behavior. My own folly leads to my ruin. So most of the time,
Yeah.
I know there are always extenuating circumstances, but if I really get down to the heart of the matter, most of the time when I'm experiencing some sort of ruin in my life, there have been usually a pattern of foolish
Right.
choices and decisions and foolish behavior that have led to that. Now that might be there might be other extenuating circumstances that have added to that, but like let's say financial ruin. I've experienced financial hardships in my life, and there could be all kinds of things that happen. So I understand that, and for me too. But I can look at all those extenuating circumstances. But if I get right down to the heart of the matter, I've made some decisions and some choices and had some foolish behaviors that have led me to that place.
Right.
And then if I'm not willing to, engage in that and accept that and receive that and hear that correction and the wisdom that comes from the Lord and live differently, then what happens is my heart rages against the Lord. And that's pretty strong language. Like my heart rages, like, oh, how dare you, Lord, you.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, yes. So until I think in any kind of thing can go, okay, well, here's the part I played in that. Yeah, these things happened and they were gonna, happen anyway. Hardship, trials, struggles, difficulties, unexpected things.
Yeah.
But was I embracing, God's wisdom as we went through that?
Yeah. When I looked at it, I almost kind of flipped the statements. Maybe I shouldn't do that because I totally understand the context you're talking about. The pattern of these foolish behaviors leads us to, in a way, reveals that anger that we have in our hearts towards the Lord. And I'm thinking like, kind of along with that verse that says, the heart above all things is the most deceiving. Like we have in us this anger, like what comes out of that, the foolishness of just denying that our hearts aren't in a right place and just the actions that come out of that. It just reveals what's going on in the heart,
Yeah, for sure. I think so much of our rage at God, which is even hard to recognize sometimes, because we're gonna be like, I'm not mad I don't get mad at God. But we have these misplaced expectations.
Yeah.
A misplaced hope that we put on God that says, okay, God, well, if you're really for me, then you're going to do this, this, and this, for me. And God's like, well, that's not what I have for you. What I have is something, far superior. But we're not able to see that, or are unwilling potentially to see that. And so, I keep taking matters into my own hands, doing my own thing, going my own way. And then I blame others and ultimately blame God.
which is the ultimate foolish behavior in some regard. It's just like to be angry and all, to be frustrated at God and blame it on him. It's like the core of foolishness, like
to rage against
expressed in these other foolish behaviors. Just, obviously the foolishness is just denying it or ignoring it or avoiding it or creating excuses for the behavior pattern. And then icing on top, I'm angry towards God or I'm blaming him for it. It's like, whoa, the foolishness in there is.
And here's the good thing about that is that the Lord can certainly handle it. Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah, big boy.
He's a big guy. He's a big God. And in that, one of the things I've seen is that as I express some of that, rage towards him, how dare you, and where are you, and what's the deal, and, on. And, I throw my little temper tantrum, or big one for that matter, and I kind of get to the end of that rope, and I'm done. It's in that, exhausted, quiet, still space where, my loving Father redirects and corrects and and restores and invites me to a new way of living. All of us. Pretty cool. Proverb of the day.
Proverb of the day. Thank you.
It's a gift from the Lord.
Thank you.
Really good stuff. So
Remember
anyway,
that
love.
today.
That's a great way to study the scriptures. You can read a proverb every day of the month, and check out all of Proverbs 19. A lot of great truth in there. Okay, so in my closet, I've got this calendar.
Yes.
It's been banished.
The one that used to be in the bathroom has now gone to the closet.
Yep, the songstress decreed that it goes to the
Too
deep,
confusing in public.
dark recesses of the closet. So once a day, I travel in there, tear off a page, and I bring it out.
All right.
So today, Dan, so exciting. June 19th, we have a color page. See that right there?
Yes.
On the bottom, it says, "Color me."
Color me.
Color me.
Oh,
It feels a little demanding, that the calendar's now making demands of me. Color me.
color me.
Color me. Like, I think you're beautiful.
Right now.
Yeah,
Drop everything and color this.
Yeah, I thought it was like calendar page. You know what? This is a pretty drawing, and and when, I don't know how you feel about like the coloring thing. It's are you allowed to use whatever colors you want? Do you have to really stay within the lines, follow the patterns? I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you?
I look at some of those things and I'm like, okay, this is just going to take too much time. And I don't ever want to color anything by myself. It's always because there's other people and like we're all coloring something. So there's conversation, there's relationship stuff happening there.
Yeah.
That this just becomes, the platform of it. But I don't get excited about coloring that per se.
Well,
No offense.
it doesn't live in your closet. So I get.
it's
Yeah.
true.
I appreciate and a little bit envious of the freedom you have. To
You go in the
ignore-
closet, you're like,
to ignore something like that.
I gotta color this.
Yeah, it told me to color it, so I did.
Color it shall we have.
I'm gonna admit, my heart wasn't really in it, but
Okay.
I did.
You colored it.
I colored. the page.
Accomplish the demand. You fulfilled the requirement of coloring it. It has been colored.
The closet calendar spoke, and I did it.
There you go.
Okay.
Color
so
colored.
There, closet calendar. I have fulfilled your wishes for today. All right, now in my kitchen, we got this other calendar.
Yes.
It's on the fridge, and it gives us a national day to celebrate every day of the year.
What are we celebrating today?
Well, first of all, this is the day. This is the day.
We're celebrating this day.
There's a reason to
Thank you. I
celebrate every
appreciate
single
that
day. I like
reminder.
that. I just like that on the calendar.
Yeah.
That we have, the songstress was like, she recognized this, so she bought this calendar. She's like, we're going to celebrate every day in 2020. And today is National Flip Flop Day.
National Flip Flop
Yeah,
Day.
flip flop.
Yeah.
Flip
Yeah,
flop.
back and forth, back and
Yeah,
forth.
you go back and forth. I mean, which seems, reasonable in the political climate that we're in. And
Yeah.
you think about politicians or public figures, they're always flip-flopping.
They're always
on
flip-flopping.
issues.
And this is, and honestly, if I can, just like, I've actually really come to appreciate you, Bo, and how you take a stand on certain things and you stick to it.
I
You know
do,
what I mean?
yeah,
You're
very
very
passionate.
good about voicing it.
I gotta understand.
and-
I just gotta tell you, I don't really understand the whole flip-flop thing. So this
Right.
day is kind of tough for me.
Right.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, but from like one rant to the next. But like I know that, I mean, not every topic has just one position, right? I mean,
no, I have a position on every topic.
yeah, but some things are debatable, right? I mean,
No, they're not. No, they're not at all.
I think so. I think
they
there are
already
some things that
Like
can
what?
be debatable. All right. Well, I'll give you an
pick an
example. Okay, creamy or crunchy peanut butter?
Peanut butter?
Yeah,
There's
peanut
no-
butter.
There's no debate. on
Creamy or
peanut butter.
crunchy?
Creamy or crunchy? Okay, Dan. Dan, okay. Peanut butter. It's crunchy. Are you crazy? If there's an option to have peanuts in my peanut butter, actual whole, delicious peanuts, the added crunch, the added texture, the added flavor of the peanut in the peanut butter to where I can taste the wholeness and the richness of the delicious peanutty goodness. I want the peanuts in my peanut butter. I'm paying the same price. Doesn't cost extra. It's the same price for crunchy or creamy. I'm getting the crunchy because I want more peanut in my butter.
I'm glad this is happening because this is my exact point on debatability of topics. Creamy, and it's simple. It spreads more easily on bread.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, think about that one.
Then hold on. It does. It spreads easier.
It does. It does. Let's go on because I got more to this point.
I'm still thinking. Creamy. You're right. I sit corrected. Okay.
What do you guys like? Creamy
There's
or
one
crunchy?
thing that could be debatable.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Well, here's another one.
Another one?
Okay. Pineapple on pizza.
Pineapple on pizza.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
This is a thing that people debate, like whether it can be pineapple on pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dan. Dan, okay. Pineapple on the pizza? Of course. Why wouldn't you put pineapple on the pizza? If you want some pineapple on your pizza, have a heyday. Feels like we're going to Hawaii. We're having a little aloha, All right, man, let's put that pineapple on the pizza. Throw it on with that Canadian bacon, because we all know the Canadian bacon is the inferior bacon. But if you throw a little pineapple with it, okay, now we got a party, man. Now things are happening. I like this party on my pizza, the pineapple on the pizza with the Canadian bacon and the cheese and the crust.
All right, dude. You know what?
What?
Again, debatable. Too much acidity. Pineapple, and you got the tomato, which is another fruit, but you've already got the sauce. You've already got the tomato. You don't need that much acidity, man.
I always do get a little heartburn if I have that. Is that why?
What do we have for America?
Oh, okay, all right. All right, so two things. You're right. No pineapple on the pizza. I changed my
Yeah,
pizza.
all right.
Okay.
I'm going on with this. This is great. I'm loving this. This
Those
is
are
great.
the only two.
Yeah,
There's
never.
What else?
No. Toasted or untoasted Pop-Tarts? Toasted Pop-Tart, untoasted Pop-Tart. I ask you.
What are you talking about? This is not
Chancey.
even a conversation. What do you, toaster, Pop-Tarts, toaster,
It's debatable. I don't know. Maybe we agree, but I don't know.
okay, Dan. Dan, okay. Pop-Tarts, untoasted. Why would you even mess with a toaster? The Pop-Tart, the great thing about the Pop-Tart is the convenience of the Pop-Tart. Here is a delicious breakfast treat, a wonderful pastry that is fine in and of itself. It does not need to be heated in a toaster. You don't have to wait for that. You can just take it in its beautiful little foil pouch, take it with you wherever you want. Open it up. Now I'm eating a Pop-Tart. It doesn't have to be heated or toasted. You go toasting it. Now you got a whole other thing going on. You might as well just cook breakfast.
Toast it and put a little butter on it.
I'm sorry, what?
Toast it and put a little butter on it. It's far better.
Like where the butter
It's not that hard.
melts?
Yeah. Warm, buttery, fruity, delightful, not dry. Pop-Tart.
I've never had it that way, but that would change the whole
World.
That would change the whole scope of the Pop-Tart. Okay, all right. I sit corrected again.
Yeah, okay,
I'm,
all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go toasted. Yeah, you're right.
It's a good choice.
Okay, so there's three things in the whole world.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You vacationing to the mountains or are you vacationing to the beach?
What?
Mountains or beach?
You're like saying
Mountains or beach?
which one's better, mountains or beaches?
Which one's better, mountains or beaches?
People argue about this? Which one's better? Mountains or beaches? Okay, Dan. Dan, okay. Mountains! Are you insane? The mountains are majestic and they're glorious and they're massive and there's so much to explore and so many places to go. You can climb, you can camp, you can chill out, you can relax, you can go by a stream, you can hike all day. You never finish exploring all the beauty and majestic nature of God's beautiful mountains that He's created for us. Like, well, how would there beach mountains? For sure, mountains.
Yeah. Beach, sunny, no shadow, a simple chair, a light breeze.
Okay, wait. I'm closing my eyes.
You're on a beach
Okay, I feel the sun.
and you're looking and you just hear the waves and you hear the
there's-
seagulls. I don't know if that was helpful. And then just a breeze. I won't breathe on you to simulate the breeze,
Thank you.
but
You know what, Dan, though,
It's
I
gentle,
will
man.
say this perspective that you've given me is a breath of fresh air. It is. I didn't
Yeah,
even
man.
know that people thought the beach was superior to the mountains, but you know, you mentioned it that
beach,
way. I mean,
sunny side up on the beach.
yeah, just to be still and to rest. All right. Yeah, I was
This is a
wrong.
revolutionary show. Like, we are breaking history here.
We are. And I will tell you this, the only time this will ever happen is on National Flip Flop Day.
On National Flip Flop Day.
I will never flip flop again.
There you go.
Well, I
Don't
probably
flip-flop
will.
again.
Maybe I won't. I definitely will.
You definitely will.
I'm not doing it.
There's something in it for
I
you.
probably will. Maybe tomorrow,
Absolutely.
but not again today,
No.
unless the opportunity presents itself.
There's that.
But not going to happen.
Probably not.
Impossible.
Yeah, it's
Well.
likely.
Slim chance.
Even probable.
78%. No. What just happened? National Flip Flop Day.
Flop. I flip it to the flip it.
To the flip, flip, flop.
flopping.
You
You
don't
don't
flip
stop. You're
the flop.
flopping. Doesn't matter what word you put there. It's either gonna flip or flop.
I'm gonna flip the flop, the flippy to the flippy to the flip, flip, flop. You don't flip the floppy to the flip, flip, flop, the flip, flop, the flippy to the flippy to the flippy to the flop.
Nailed it.
That's hit number 2.
That's hit number 2. You guys are welcome. Share that. That's awesome.
All right, hey, something better to celebrate.
Let's do it.
You know, on This Is the Day, we love to celebrate people.
Yes, we do.
As people are worth celebrating. So we love birthdays. You got a birthday coming up, send us your birthday or somebody you know to thisistheday@manchesterchristian.com. But Dan, you know, in the month of June, we've been celebrating our graduates.
There's a lot of graduates.
Yeah, a lot of grads.
Way to go, guys.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Man.
Great milestone, great completion. So we have a graduate from MCC today that we're highlighting on This Is
Right
the Day
on.
and celebrating.
Who is it?
Joshua York graduated from high school. We got a picture of Joshua there. He's graduating from Campbell High School in Litchfield, New Hampshire. Lots of awards.
Lots of awards. You want me to go?
Yeah, you read them.
Way to go, Joshua.
Yeah.
Awards like Diploma of Distinction, John Philip Sousa Award, which recognizes superior musicianship, dependability, loyalty, and cooperation. I just gotta chill at like just how honorable this guy
Yeah,
is.
it's pretty
Really,
sweet.
he's looking to major in music education at the Crane School of Music in SUNY Potsdam, which I believe is in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, upstate New York. And the other thing, he's been a volunteer here at MCC. He's been coming and he's been serving in the cafe here
Way
at
to
the
go.
Bedford campus.
All right.
Joshua York.
Congratulations.
Sorry.
That felt, you know,
going.
John Philip Sousa, the march. And
Yeah.
you wrote marches, right?
Yeah.
The way you did that felt kind of like a graduation march.
Yeah.
That's
We're
awesome.
marching it out for you there,
Yeah,
Joshua.
there we go.
Good job, man.
Congratulations. Put grad in there. I don't know if you caught that.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats. All right. Hey, so, you know, MCC, love our church. This is so amazing. You know, we pray for one. It's real simple. God, please give me one person to share your love with. You can pray right now. God, please give me one person to share your love with. And then we look for opportunities and ways to practically express that together in community as a church. And so a couple of things that are happening on Saturday, tomorrow,
Looking forward
the
to this. Listen
20th
up. This is big.
of June. The first one is a Share the Love initiative where we are collecting diapers, wipes, and either gently used or new maternity clothes and baby clothes. And those can be dropped off between 10 and 2 at any of our physical locations, Concord, Manchester, or Bedford. And who they go to help?
They're going to help CareNet and Real Options. These are ministries that we've partnered with, and they come alongside moms and unplanned pregnancies and children, and coming alongside them in this season. Guys, what a simple way to just to love the Lord and love people and serve each other. And so I look forward to those donations and the impact that it makes. Yeah.
Absolutely. So every day, we have the opportunity to share God's love in our homes, in our communities and neighborhoods, our workplaces and schools. And then sometimes as a church, and we come together and say, well, here's a way that collectively we can do that and really be a blessing to some people. Now, today's the 19th. That means tomorrow's the what?
The 20th.
The 20th. Now, the 20th of each month in 2020 is a big day for MCC.
It is. It is.
So in 2020, we agreed in January that we would fast and pray on the 20th of every month in 2020 as a church. And so tomorrow is the 20th, and so it is a fast day. So what I'm doing and what I've invited others to join me in doing is I'm fasting from dinner on the 19th, dinner tonight, until dinner on the 20th, so a 24-hour fast from food. If you're able to join me in a fast from food, please do. And every time that you're hungry, or go ahead and stop and pray for one. God, please give me one person to share your love with. Every time that you would have spent time preparing food or eating food, spend a little extended time with God, listening to Him and meeting with Him and praying and seeking Him. Although if you can't fast from food, I will tell you, pick something else. Like fast from
something else.
social media or something else that captivates your attention and draws or you'll think about often. And each time you think about doing those things, like maybe looking at your phone,
Yeah.
put that down, pray for one, and spend some time.
Yeah, I've heard a pretty cool story from someone that was fasting from social media, and they were like, just every time I picked up the phone, I put it back down and I prayed, and I realized it was just a great conversation with God all day long, and like He did give me one,
Sure, yeah, powerful.
Yeah, He
Absolutely.
promises to. He's going to say yes to that prayer. That's the very heart of who He is.
Yep.
So, and at 12 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow at noon.
Yeah, 12 o'clock tomorrow on the 20th, Saturday the 20th. We're just going to share 20, 30 minutes together. You can go to mcconline.com. We are going to share a time of fasting together and time of prayer together. So some colleagues of mine, we're going to be together, and we're going to pray over, we're going to listen to the Lord. We're going to pray for his church, his community, and for our ones. And so we hope that you'll join us
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, it's going to be good. We'll
Be
pray
really
together, and we'll fast and pray together, and God's moving in amazing, amazing ways.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, Friday edition. Friday edition. We do things a little different on Fridays, 4 days out of the week. I tell you what the weather is going to be because, I don't know, people love talking about the weather. But then on Fridays, we go on location somewhere. So we've had weather from the Titanic, weather from outer space, weather from the human heart.
Yeah. From the Bermuda Triangle one time. It was like,
Today we have something really, really special.
all right.
We have weather on location. You ready for this?
Uh-huh.
In Fairbanks, Alaska. Now, hold on. We're not just pretending to go to Fairbanks, Alaska. We have our own correspondent.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Meredith.
Meredith Lund.
Meredith Lund, she gives us the fire report. She's fire chief in New Ipswich, New Hampshire.
Yep.
But she is on location in Fairbanks, Alaska, and gives us the weather today from Fairbanks, Alaska. Let's watch
Man.
this from Meredith.
Can't wait.
Meredith Lund bringing you a weather report from the Esom Creek fire just north of Fairbanks, Alaska. One of the things that you'll notice is that it's 11 o'clock at night and it's daylight. Tomorrow morning be followed by daylight. Tomorrow night, still daylight. If you come in the winter, just the opposite is going to be true. Tonight would be dark, followed by tomorrow morning, dark, and again tomorrow night, still dark. This is caused by the tilt of the Earth in relationship to the sun. This is a great time of year to come to Alaska, but you need to remember that there's also a high fire danger and fire burns are in place. But still, it's beautiful, and I urge you to come if you ever get the chance. So come on vacation, but until then, stay safe. Back to you.
Wasn't that cool?
That is really cool.
So Meredith, she is a show watcher.
Yes, she is.
enjoys it. Part
Avid
of MCC,
show watcher.
part of our worship,
worship
teams.
team, yep.
And so she's in Alaska, and she thought, I'm going to make a video to share with the show.
Brilliant.
Weather from Fairbanks, Alaska.
Yeah, multiple days of daylight
Yeah,
and then multiple days of darkness.
yeah. A lot of dark, a lot
A lot
of
of
in the
night.
winter, a lot of light in the
Yeah.
summer. Have you ever been to Alaska?
No. No.
It's yes or no. Like if you went, you'd probably remember.
No,
It's not
I
like
haven't.
a state
I
you-
haven't.
It's not like a state you don't fly through Alaska. like, to get to somewhere
I know.
else.
I was just thinking of my.
I once
my
had a
closest-
layover in Juneau.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. Never did.
No.
No. My affiliation with that state has really just been the TV show. We've seen Life Below Zero, which is all about people that live in the north, near the Dateline. And
That's
all
pretty
that.
crazy. Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's
Things
insane.
you got to do to survive.
Oh, it's incredible.
Pretty neat. I have been.
You have?
I have. I've been to Alaska.
You spent time there.
Yeah.
Not like descended and then ascended again.
No, I have spent a week in Alaska.
Wow.
Yeah, so 19 years ago, right before Eliza was born, it's almost 20 years ago, I went on a staff retreat, the church I was working for in Texas.
Wow, in Alaska?
Yeah,
Why
we
haven't
went
we
from-
done that real quick?
Yeah, well, it's a long ways. We went from Texas to Alaska
Okay.
for a staff retreat, and it was an amazing experience, I have to tell you.
Wow.
Like even like the whole mountains, beach kind of thing. I do really love the mountains and the things of that. So when we landed there, we were in the city for the first day, we actually teed off. We played golf in Alaska. We teed off at 10 p.m. to play golf.
That is bizarre.
10 p.m. daylight. We're playing golf.
Yeah,
And,
very cool to envision.
Yeah, it was neat. That was a neat thing to play golf in Alaska. You know,
Was
like
it busy on the course?
in the middle of the night? There were people playing. Yeah, I mean, but it was cool. And from there, we we were staying at this cabin on the Kenai Peninsula, and so this was pretty neat. In order to get there, the only way to get there was via boat. So we drove, and then we got on a boat. And we come across the bay, and the tide was in.
Was it like a puddle jumping boat over the water kind of
No,
thing?
but like a large. Well, yeah, it was fairly large boat. It wasn't tiny. No, yeah, we're pretty good sized boat. And so we go across the bay on this boat, and we pulled crab traps that they had dropped earlier in the day. And
Now you're talking my language.
yeah, so they have all these crabs. We pull up at the dock where the house is, and the tide's in, so we're up really high, and we get out. And we go to the back of the house. They have water boiling. They drop the crabs in.
Oh my goodness. I might get
And,
emotional
like
right
10
now.
minutes later, I'm eating crab that just right out of the shell. No, definitely no butter, nothing on. It just unbelievable,
Wow.
unbelievable, so good. And so we stayed in like this bunkhouse that was associated with this house. It was really cool. And then, you know, when the tide would go out, it would be like 20, 30 feet below, you know, where it was when it was in. And, you know, there were little channels where the water where it was deeper. And so I'm kayaking out across this bay, and, you know, like 20 feet away is a bear.
Did
with
you
a,
yell to hear your echo? Or?
Well, like a bear with a bald eagle, like on
Yeah.
its shoulder.
Oh,
kinda.
but you
It was
didn't need to interrupt that.
No, it was just,
I was just like,
anyway, so, oh, for sure, yeah. I was in a very zen-like place. And the salmon were running.
oh my goodness.
I'm probably telling you guys more, but the salmon were running, and it was crazy. We were pulling in, you put a line in, you're pulling a fish out. And we're talking salmon. This is no fish story. They're like this, we're hundreds. And the guys I was with, none of them would touch the fish. So I was just covered in like salmon stuff, like blood.
Yeah, the
it doesn't matter.
gill,
But
the,
yeah, this is the thing, is when I'm in, I'm in.
yeah.
I'm going all in. And so I have a bow and tail for us.
Okay.
So I got my bow and tail bag that Drew Chris made for me. And in
right.
here, I have a souvenir from my trip to Alaska.
Okay.
It's a hatchet.
Yeah.
Okay, but so the thing they do for
That's
like
fascinating.
how you play horseshoes or
Yeah.
you know, the thing where you throw the bags. What is that? Cornhole. You know, stuff like that. They did hatchet throwing, so they had big stumps of wood
Wow.
and a line, and it was like target practice with hatchets. And I was our champion.
Really?
Yeah, and so the gentleman who owned the place, his name is Nathan. So he sent the senior pastor from the church.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, he sent it back. This is from August of 2000. He sent it back with our senior pastor, and he presented it. He awarded it to me, like as being, you know, a mountain man.
There you go.
At the time. So I kept this for 20 years. It's to my office. It reminds me, you know, it's like when I'm in, I'm all in. I want to enjoy it. Yeah. Well, Dan, I've been waiting for almost 10 years to give you the axe. I'm just kidding. I love you. I don't have time. Yeah. Take a look.
I mean, I'm not a hatchetologist, but
No, you're
this
not
is-
a hatchetologist. That's true.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it was fun. Amazing trip. Loved it. Yeah. I am a hatchetometrist, so I'll take that back.
Hatchetometrist.
Yeah.
Have you tried throwing it at anything else since then?
Nope. I actually have not thrown a
That
hatchet
tree?
since then.
No.
But it was fun, like, because you had multiple ones, and it was really cool. Like, you know, if your first one caught right in the middle, and then your second one would stick in if you threw two perfect ones in a row, you know, would stick in it, and so you'd have them
Really?
both there. Yeah. Those is like, ooh, yeah, I'm really good.
There you go.
I love stuff like that.
You are hatchet
Hatchie
daddy status.
Hatcherson? That's right. That's right. Yeah. So, yeah, love Alaska. Thank you, Meredith, for sharing that with us.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Little bow and tail there.
That
All
was
right.
fantastic.
How about a little Herb Day with Jesus?
Herb Day
Herb
with Jesus.
Day.
When I travel, I
Yep.
bring this with me.
Do you really?
I do.
Oh,
I
sweet.
do. We went to Nicaragua in February. I brought this book with me, and I read it, and I left it there. I love these little nuggets. I hope you do too.
Yeah, and they may not know, there's actually a Facebook page that
Yep.
Every Day with Jesus, you can look it up, looks just like this, and it's updated every day, and you can share right from there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so check that out. For June 19th, our thought for the day is meeting with God is less about what we receive from him and more about what he removes from us. So good. Meeting with God is often less about what we receive from him and more about what he removes from us. And then Malachi 3, verse 2 is our verse. But who can endure the day of his coming? Who can stand when he appears? For he will be like a refiner's fire or a launderer's soap.
That is, that's a powerful nugget of wisdom right there.
I think so.
When we come before him, we're not looking to, maybe we are looking to receive something. And so maybe we're over asking or whatever, or maybe we're quiet waiting for him to give. But honestly, like when God is working and he's revealing himself, he reveals to us truth about ourselves in the light of who he is. And we often find ourselves in a place where it's like, okay, am I going to humble myself and let him change me in this? And yeah, I think one could just read that and be like, yeah, when I'm with God, I'm expecting him to read, to give me something. But instead, he cares first about who you are before he does about what you do. So he's always looking to really craft and work.
Yeah, who we are determines what we do.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Identity determines behavior.
Exactly.
It really does. And it's just a great reminder for me because I know that we're always really tempted to just like go before God with our list of demands. And I know you wouldn't do that, but you know what I mean? Like, hey, God, I need you to do this, 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 and this. In Jesus' name, amen. It's like, okay, we're really like, are we just telling God what to do, or are we like seeking his will? Like, what are you up to, God? How do I get to be involved in what you're doing? And what is this stripping away? So one of the things we've been talking about some this week on This Is the Day is, okay, we're justified by grace through faith in Jesus.
Right.
So there's this justification where he has made us perfect, past tense. In him, by his identity, he gives us a new core identity that is the old is gone, the new has come. Our sin is removed as far away from us as the east is from the west. I mean, it can't come back. He's taken care of it. So we're justified by his work on the cross. But we're being sanctified, which is this ongoing day-to-day process where when we meet with God, there is the stripping away of the old self and those old behaviors, those old patterns.
Holy.
Yeah. And, for right living, righteousness. And so, to meet with him, that he is like a refiner's fire, that he burns away the impurities. There's heat, bring the heat.
There's such a beauty in just wanting God to do that. I feel like there's like a sweet release in the midst of that humility. That's like, okay, God, I'm gonna meet with you, and you're gonna reveal some things to me about, who you are, how I am. That's just, you're gonna refine me, right, by your fire, and I'm gonna change, and I'm cool with that. Like, I can't wait. I don't think that that's the initial reaction, but I think there's a beauty to just the humility there. It puts you in discoverable mode. You know what I mean? With God, and just to be able to connect and walk away changed.
Yep, for sure. He's good.
Very good.
He's good, and he can do it. He started a good work in you, and he will take it on to completion. So good. All right, man.
Yes,
play
sir.
a little Trivial Pursuit?
Yes.
All right. I'm feeling it today. Dan King here is going to draw a card from the center of the box. 1981 edition of Trivial Pursuit. Cards are outdated and extra trivial. We invite you to play along. Make a guess. Okay, type your answer in. Make a guess. If you get all 6 right, we will send you a congratulatory fun dip in the mail. All right, so play along. I'm going to make a guess at all 6. I'm going to try. Want you to try too.
Rooting for you, Bo. Rooting for you guys. So glad that you get to chime in with your answers on this. Here we go. Blue.
Geography.
Gotcha. What are the world's 3 largest oceans in order of size?
I have to give them in order of size?
Yes.
Or just the 3 largest? Do they have to be in the right order?
The 3 largest oceans in order of size.
Pacific,
Yeah.
Atlantic, Indian. Is it Arctic?
He got it right.
All right, good. Sweet.
Yay.
Yay!
Good job.
Pacific,
the Pacific,
Atlantic,
Atlantic, Indian
Indian.
Ocean.
All right.
Great. Pink.
Pink, entertainment.
Gotcha. What is Margaret Houlihan's nickname? Margaret Houlihan's nickname.
Margaret Houlihan. Whoever could that be? Let me think. Hot Lips.
Hot Lips is correct.
Hot Lips Houlihan.
Good job. Two
From
for two.
MASH. From MASH.
Ah, that's where it's from.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. I was like, why does that sound familiar? MASH. All right, yellow.
Yellow, history.
All right. Who was assassinated at Sarajevo to spark World War I? Who was assassinated at Sarajevo to
I know
spark
this.
World War
I do know this.
I?
To start World War I, who was assassinated? It was.
Do you know who was assassinated?
Oh, it was. I don't want to take too long, but I know the answer. It's just gonna take me a minute. It was. Some people knew this like immediately. I promise I don't memorize stuff.
Someone's typing it in.
I know. It was. I'm gonna be so mad because I know this. It's just like one of those facts. It was.
I'm rooting for you.
Who was assassinated to start World War I? It's not Tsar Nicholas II because it's not. It's.
Come on, guys. You gotta root for him right now.
Ferdinand.
No, I'm sorry. The answer was Carl Sandburg.
That is not true. That's
No.
the next answer.
Sorry, Archduke Francis Ferdinand.
Ferdinand.
That's it. You got it.
I know.
You had it.
I know.
I am such a dork.
All right, Brown.
Brown. Do you need me to read it?
Yep.
Okay. What 20th century American poet wrote a 4-volume biography of Abraham Lincoln?
Would it be Carl Sandburg?
What do you guys think at home? Chime in.
Carl Sandburg?
Carl Sandburg is correct.
Let's go.
Let's
4 for
go.
4.
Guys, good job. Good job. Green.
Green is Science and Nature.
What weighs 6,600 billion tons? No lie. That's what it says. I didn't mess this up. What weighs 6,600 billion tons?
The answer in every game I've ever played before has always been your mom.
That's the best.
That should be the only answer that is accepted.
I'm not going to tell you if you're right, because my mom might be watching the show.
Okay.
No, just joking.
I apologize, Mama King.
Mama King.
Mama King. I'm gonna say the sun.
You could fear her more than me. What's that?
Sun.
It's
Earth?
the Earth.
The Earth.
It's the Earth.
I knew it was the Earth.
It's the Earth. All right, Orange, last one.
All right. Sports and leisure.
What does a lepidopterist collect? I said that spot on.
A lepidopterist.
Lepidopterist.
I don't know. I'm not a lepidopterist. What does a lepidopterist collect? Stamps.
Not so much.
No?
Butterflies and moths.
Yeah, that was my second guess. And I kid you not.
Yeah.
I was gonna go between stamps and butterflies.
Did you guys know that?
Somebody did.
Somebody knew that?
Yeah, thanks
Jason knew it.
thanks to your flub up there, somebody might get all 6 right. I'm feeling a little.
That means
saucy.
that I get one of your Fun Dip sticks here. No, I'm just joking.
Hey, if you get all 6, you got all 6 right. Yeah.
That was good. I think that was achievable. Little help from your
yeah,
friend.
That can.
Sorry.
Well, that was a tough one. The poet. He's a hard winner. Poets are, particularly American poets. They're hard to remember.
Yeah. Not as memorable, or just like
Well,
just-
poetry.
it's subjective, obviously.
Well, it's one of those things where we've kind of lost. I think we have kind of a cultural collective loss of a love of poetry, but I think that's in the psyche, but I'm not sure that it's actually true. Because here's my stance, and I would love to hear what you think about this, because we never discussed it.
Okay.
I personally believe that the rise in music and being able to record and share music has taken so much of our poetry and put it into song lyrics. And I think we still have a lot of wonderful and very beautiful poetry, but a lot of it's just encased in song lyrics. What do you think about that?
I think, yeah, I absolutely agree. I think music has become such an accessible vehicle for those, for lyric and for poetry. And yeah, I don't know if it's okay that it kind of overshadows or kind of demystifies some of the power that's in poetry, but
And I don't know.
but I'm going to agree with you.
And a
on that.
purist, like somebody who's maybe a poetic purist, might say no, poetry's its own thing. And I'm making the argument or the case that I think poetry could be lumped. Song lyrics could be a form of poetry.
Oh yeah,
That's
well,
what
that's
I'm
what they say even about like Tupac Shakur, like some of his lyrics. They were taught as poetry classes in California, is what I had read one time. Like it's considered an art.
Yeah.
So
in the city,
it's not a bad thing that poetry becomes music, but I
see.
think that there's like it's kind of respect that poetry wants. But
Tupac. In the city of Compton, keep 'em rockin',
rocking,
keep 'em rockin'.
y'all.
In the city. Okay.
Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry, I had to do something. That's
There you go.
every day
Okay.
in my head. Here we go.
So hey, if you got all 6 right, let us know. We'll send you a congratulatory fun dip. But if you want one of
Definitely
these
deserve
bad
it.
boys, gotta share the show. Clicking to share, might get a mug. It's not too late. Watching live or on demand, share the show. We'll
Please
announce
do.
a winner on Monday. On This Is the Day.
Motivational Monday. We'll find out who the winner was.
All right, we'll do a little sermon.
Remix.
Do it. Just to finish off the chapter here, verse 20, James 2, verse 20, it says, "You foolish person, do you want evidence that faith without deeds is useless? Was not our father Abraham considered righteous for what he did when he offered his son Isaac on the altar? You see that his faith and his actions were working together, and his faith was made complete by what he did. And the scripture was fulfilled that says, Abraham believed God, and it was credited to him as righteousness. It was gifted to him. And he was called God's friend." You see that a person is considered righteous by what they do and not by faith alone. In the same way was not even Rahab the prostitute considered righteous for what she did when she gave lodging to the spies and sent them off in a different direction. As the body without the spirit is dead, so is faith without deeds. So here you have this great description: faith without action, faith without works, faith without deeds is dead. It's a dead faith. And we're called into a living faith, a faith that is expressed in the TikToks. TikTok. It's faith that's lived out in that. It's not a dead faith, but it's so much more than just thinking the right things, believing the right things, saying the right things. It's lived out. God, your kingdom come, your will be done. And this real faith requires real action, like real action from us as we live it out. And I love it. He gives us 2 examples here. One is like the hero of the Jewish faith. The hero, Father Abraham. I mean, this is where it all began. That here was this guy who left his family and left the safety and security and went where God told him to based on a promise. And he took his child, the child of the promise, his only child. And Abraham was promised descendants. And God said, sacrifice your son. And he put that into action. His faith was demonstrated with action. But then the other example is a pagan prostitute, Rahab, in the book of Joshua. She was a foreigner, an outsider, one that the Israelites were going in to conquer, and she gave lodging to the spies and protected them. And so it's cool. God's saying, okay, whether you think you're in or you're part of the group or you're on the outside, he's like, hey, listen. Faith is expressed in action. And I want you to know check this out. There's power in real faith. Yes.
I love that. It's so true that faith is meant to be actionable. You can't select one and not the other. And you gave 2 very, in that chapter of James, it gives 2 very powerful examples with Abraham and Rahab, just a couple of examples that actually influenced the genealogy, right, going forward. It's like these 2 not only had faith, which is like denying themselves and believing in God and his promise, but they had to move forward. They had to do something with their faith in order, in order for the kingdom to advance, in order for the story to unfold. And you can't be selective on that. The two don't.
Yeah, the context there of James 2, and he's talking about favoritism, and that thought is continuous. God is pulling a thread through there.
Yeah.
And that's why the example, and you kind of juxtapose these two. You have Father Abraham, the heroic figure, Father Abraham of their faith. Of the Jewish people, who are very much, they identify as the people of God, but as a race. And and then you have Rahab, this outsider. And God is like, hey, look, here's two examples of faith, and I'm putting them together in the same example so that, you can say that, here you have Father Abraham, like our national hero, and then you have a foreign pagan prostitute who both were living out faith, and in that find favor with God and are entered into his story, where Rahab, you're right, the genealogy you mentioned, shows up in the genealogy of Jesus. God's son who comes to earth and saves the world. And, to go, he's saying, listen, like, the Lord doesn't show favoritism. He uses people, and he invites us all into his family. And so all these ways that we divide and separate and show favoritism, and, well, you're important and you're not important and you're in and you're out. He's like, knock it off. Like, you're his family. And so that faith being expressed in action. You're not just like saying the right things, having the right doctrine,
Right.
I know those things are important, but he's saying, how's it expressed? So good.
It is so good.
Yeah. So
God calls him friend. He was a servant of the Lord. God calls him friend. And it's those that, take their faith into action and follow him and serve one another with love. And
yeah. So you have faith? Good. Live it out.
live it out.
This
It's
is
going
the
to
day.
come out. If you've got it, it's going to move. So don't suppress that move.
This is the day.
This is the day.
Yeah, live by faith. It's a great day to do it. And we'll catch you on Monday.